It just got real.
Look, my heart started beating real fast. I heard them ambulance. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Everybody all right outside? Everybody. Listen. Mm. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this thing.
I don't have nothing because I know what comes in season 2. So I'm over here like
Okay.
I got asterisk marks all over my life. But the sarcasm though, the
Yeah,
sarcasm, best friend,
really.
like you ain't
Yeah, like we supposed to be best friends, girl. We tell each other everything. You ain't slip that by me. You debate up with that
could
thing.
it be that Angel knew that if she's
Wait, no, go ahead. See what you was gonna say.
could it be that Angel knew that Kenise would have been like, that's the dumbest thing you ever
I
did.
ever heard. Yup. You know it for sure. For sure.
Angel knew. It's best to tell her after we'd have been talking for a
After we
week.
just did a little minute. Because Kanice gonna cut up. But she also said too that just because they made up doesn't mean that they tight. See, and
Kenise knows Angel.
I think people be messing that part up. Just because I'm talking to you and giving you another chance, I'm giving you some grace. That doesn't mean that we here like that. It's still gonna take some time
I
because
heard it's a 90-day trial period.
listen, we gotta the trust gotta rebuild at this part because you blame me every single time. So every time this man beat on you, well, I ain't finna get into that. I was finna say something, but every time this man beat on you, because it's about episodes down. But every time
Yeah.
this man beat on you, you blame me for it. Why? But I'm supposed to be your friend, and you tell me I'm a good friend.
And you tell me, I love you, you my sister. And Angel is like,
Yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever you say, girl. But also, let's get into this. I
what?
gotta read this exactly how I got it. Just because, just because you ask for forgiveness doesn't mean that that person has to forgive you in that very moment. It's almost as if she was pestering her to forgive her. I need you to forgive me. I need you to forgive me.
That's that bait and hook.
Yeah, yeah. Give me a moment to process.
Hook and bait. I don't know how it go, but it's them two words together.
When you done the damage to someone, don't feel the need for them to accept your apology so quick.
They need time because that really hurt them because they thought that y'all was in a place of they thought that you was their sister.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You showed them that it was something else. Because remember when you go back to when Raina said she was like, you need to apologize to her. And she's like, for what? She's like, because you're not acknowledging her. And she's like, I acknowledged her when it was necessary.
Right. When it was necessary.
But anything outside of this group is no longer her concern. So her asking me about Frederick, that ain't gonna do her.
Right. Girl, I'm gonna say something. We're not gonna go into that. We're not gonna do it. Y'all just gonna have to stay
Was
in
that
tune.
Frederick?
Yeah, yeah. Was it Frederick? What she said that? I said, girl, okay, you know what? We're not gonna get into that anyway. And I'm gonna say something else. We can't even speak on it, but I'm gonna just throw this question out here. Hold on, let me make sure I can throw this question out here. Okay, well, yeah, I can, but I'm just let y'all marinate. You ain't gotta respond to this. This is for the people. So she said, what's the girl? Shayna. She said, she'll regret if something were to happen to make Angel regret coming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just leave that out there until yeah. Anyway,
Because season 2 is gonna really speak to that. Season 2 is
exactly.
gonna
So
really
I'm gonna
speak
just
to it.
put that seed in y'all brain. But sometimes also when we see people looking crazy, quote unquote, because it's crazy. I don't know, something is dealing with me with that in there. Sometimes when we see people, we be like, oh, they looking crazy. To me, sometimes I feel like it's that demon persona.
Yeah.
It's that demon persona because you recognize them, but it's almost as if this is a whole nother being. This ain't that person. Like this might have been that person, but it's something going on with you that I can't even put my finger on. But I know it's not nothing of God. If
Because
it makes
yes, because even in the stop, please stop.
sense.
I was like,
Shh, shh, shh.
it just goes back to the beginning. Was it a ploy
Mm-hmm.
or was
Serious.
it the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Because I keep saying to y'all, listen,
Right.
listen,
Mm-hmm.
and then be like, wait, let me go back to episode 1. Because wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. For real.
Because
Serious.
if you can hear the undertone, and and all of this was with purpose. Because again, each character has, they have, this is, if they didn't do this, if they didn't act it out this way, you
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't understand what was really happening, because it all comes to a head later on. So you have to be paying attention. Like, okay, wait a minute. When she said dry
Mm-hmm.
earlier,
Yeah.
she didn't just say dry.
Right.
She
You
sounded
heard the dryness.
dry.
You heard the dryness in that.
Why did she say it like that?
Right.
There
Mm-hmm.
was something there.
Yeah. But like you said, you got to be listening. And that's sometimes
Because, and this is a podcast, so the podcast is not one of those it's not a video. It's you have to listen. So if you're listening, you got to be listening. Like, oh, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute, did she just say? Because I took notes when I heard it last week. And so this week I got to go back to my notes from last week, because clearly I see a master class coming behind this.
Ooh, a
It's
good old master class.
It's
But okay, I got something too. The note that you put in here, is that for them to see? I mean, well, is that for them to hear? Rather,
I did say it earlier.
Okay, gotcha. I was just making sure.
Mm-hmm. I did. I said it, but I felt it in that moment. And I had to put it there so you could see it.
I felt. Wait a minute. New message.
No, that's the same one. No, that's the same one.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, and everything that I got written down, I can't even say it because it's,
man, I can't wait.
It just goes back to the beginning. Was it a ploy or was it the truth?
Look, my good sis going down y'all with that question, because no, that is that's one of the repeated messages out of that. Literally, like, pay attention to how everything is orchestrated. It really, like, this makes you even think back to your own life. Okay, when I'm going through XYZ, or when I got this person in my life and they doing XYZ, you gotta pay attention. And like you said, listen, because we're not showing no video. You gotta listen. That means if you listening, that means you gotta be quiet so you can catch everything that you need to catch. Go ahead.
This is what I'm about to say, and I'm gonna be quick. It takes me back to the scripture that says, be quick to hear, to listen, slow to anger. It goes back to your response. Again, Angel didn't respond to a lot of things because it would have taken her on a different course. So she had to respond. She had to be, she was not using her discernment to the best of her ability. Nope, she did not. But slow to speak, quick to listen, slow to anger. Because because a lot of times that's how things go over our head. Because we get angry so quickly, and the Lord had to deal with me because I was a quick-tempered person. And I would miss what I needed to get out of the lesson. I would miss the correction because I was easily offended instead of hearing what God was speaking through the person concerning how I was just acting. Let me pull the scripture up. We got to pull it up because y'all need to hear the let's see. Listen. Because it's in my arsenal. Oh, let's go there. It is James 1:19. James 1, verse 19 and 20. So I'm gonna go there real quick. My phone won't go fast enough. So let me pull my Bible out. Oh my goodness. Sorry, y'all. Just stick with me. I'm almost there.
We got it.
There you go. Got it. I got it quicker with the phone.
Hey, sometimes that's how it be. Look, because mine's still loading, baby.
So the theme of this part of this chapter says hearers and doers of the word. So wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God.
Ooh. And that's really a reminder of how angry us humans can really get. You can get so angry and spaz out and can't even remember what you said, what you done, none of that. So, baby, you got to be careful with your with your anger, because it's not righteous.
At all, because it's so when you respond because you was so okay, you know how they say be active listeners, and I'm still learning how to be an active listener, right?
Sure.
If you're I was bad about doing this, and I find myself correcting myself when I do that because I recognize it, right? So I'm like, oh, be quiet, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Or my husband to give me a gentle reminder. He'd be like, hold on. Because in that moment, I was listening to respond instead of listening to understand.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
because so in order to be a good leader, in order to be a good communicator, you have to actively listen. You
Mm-hmm.
can somebody will say, well, you didn't, and then immediately when they say you didn't, you immediately get mad. You
Right.
didn't even let them finish telling you the rest of what they was trying to say because you got angry just that quick.
Right. No, for sure. Because you want to
They
be
could have been like, you didn't get the email, so I just decided to walk down here and you see what I'm saying? And
right.
tell you in person
Mm-hmm.
because it could have been misunderstood or misconstrued through email.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And now you going half crazy.
Or nothing.
And now they like because what we wanted to do was promote
Ooh.
demote you. How about you finna be in this position for the rest of your life because we ain't never moving you up.
Look.
We finna give it to your secretary.
Feelings.
You finna be her assistant. The table's about to flip.
Ooh. Baby, don't remind me of that scripture. The first will be last and the last will be first. Oh, come on. Just that quick. Just that quick.
And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, Sophia, that says the hearers and doers of the word. So if you're hearing Jesus always, when the enemy came to him right after the Lord said, this is my son in whom I am well pleased, immediately he was led of the Spirit to go into the garden. He was led into the wilderness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he went, and the enemy came to tempt him.
Hmm.
And he used the word instead of getting angry and saying, I'm not going to turn no stone into bread. He said, it is written that man should not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God.
Right.
He didn't respond. So he was trying to show us then.
Mm-hmm.
Slow. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Quick to hear. Because what the enemy doing, he's trying to get him to change his response. You the son of God. Okay. Let's see.
Really?
Let's see. He was led of the Spirit to go and be tempted.
Anything to you.
But the Lord knew how he was going to respond because he understood
the assignment,
righteousness, or what they've been saying lately. He knew how to stand on business.
He was standing on business, baby. Because ain't no way in the world you trying to tell me to get off this mountain that somebody gonna catch me. Ain't no way.
He would not let your foot hit the stone. Dead. The Lord said, don't tempt me.
Right. Really.
That's tempting the Lord. Okay, go ahead, jump.
Right.
Jump.
If you want to.
Without a parachute if you want to.
Right.
I'm just saying, but y'all get where I'm going.
No,
but all of this is why it's a faith-based podcast, because there's deliverance, healing, breakthrough, all of this in here. And if you're not paying attention, you're not listening, you'll miss it. And you'll be like, oh, this is just another podcast series. This is just another show. No,
Yeah, no,
it's more than that.
it's more than
The
that.
Lord chose exactly who needed to be a part of this season. He's choosing exactly who needs to be chosen for the second season. He's already chosen who needs to be a part of the third. It's already been orchestrated. All we have to do is show up.
Step in it.
You ready for it?
You done preached a whole mouthful. I'm not even gonna say nothing after my good sis, baby. Just roll that clip. Roll that
All
clip.
right, so you ready for that? So
Roll that clip. Roll that clip.
don't jump because you're gonna hear where we left off.